Have you ever pondered upon the concept of punishment, how it came into existence and how it evolved over time? The idea of punishment is as old as civilization itself. It's a system put in place to regulate behavior, to maintain order, and to ensure justice. In the backdrop of human history, we find a myriad of punishments that range from the mild to the extremely severe. In the times of ancient civilizations, punishments were often severe and brutal. Physical punishment, such as flogging and caning, was common. Capital punishment, the taking of a life for a crime, was also widely practiced. Public humiliation, a method designed not only to punish the guilty, but also to deter others from committing the same offense, was another popular form of punishment. The ways of punishment have dramatically evolved, reflecting the changing norms and values of society. Transitioning from the ancient era to the Middle Ages, punishment took a more severe and gruesome turn. The Middle Ages were a time of brutal retribution, where justice was often synonymous with fear and terror. The most notorious of these punishments were the rack, the wheel, and the Iron Maiden. The rack, a torture device, was designed to dislocate every joint in the victim's body. It was a true testament to the severity of Middle Ages punishment. Then there was the wheel. Victims were tied to a large wheel, their limbs were smashed with an iron bar, and then left for the elements and animals to finish. The Iron Maiden, on the other hand, was an upright sarcophagus lined with spikes. Victims were placed inside, and the doors were closed, impaling the occupant. It's a chilling reminder of the lengths human cruelty can reach. However, as society progressed into the Enlightenment period, a shift occurred. The Enlightenment thinkers championed the idea of more humane forms of punishment. They argued that punishment should serve a purpose beyond mere retribution. This led to the development of the modern prison systems we see today. In the 18th century, the concept of the penitentiary was born. The goal was to isolate offenders from society, to reflect on their actions and reform. This was a significant departure from the public spectacles of torture and execution that characterized the Middle Ages. Fast forward to the present day, and you'll find that our approach to punishment has evolved even further. Today, many justice systems around the world emphasize rehabilitation over retribution. The focus is on helping offenders reintegrate into society as law-abiding citizens, rather than simply punishing them for their crimes. This shift in perspective is a testament to our growing understanding of the complex factors that contribute to criminal behavior. It's also a reflection of our evolving societal values, which increasingly recognize the inherent dignity and potential for change in every individual, no matter their past actions. From physical torment to psychological reform, the transformation of punishment is indeed a reflection of societal evolution. But what could be the scariest punishment in the world today, you might ask? Well, let's dive into the chilling depths of solitary confinement. This form of punishment is not about physical harm, but rather psychological torment. Imagine being confined to a small cell devoid of human interaction, your senses starved of any stimulation. The silence is deafening, the loneliness crushing. This is the reality for those subjected to solitary confinement. It's a place where time seems to stand still, where the mind turns on itself in the absence of external stimuli. The psychological effects of such isolation can be devastating. Hallucinations, anxiety, and depression are common among inmates, and the mental scars can persist long after the sentence has ended. Solitary confinement, therefore, is not merely a physical punishment, but a profound assault on one's mental and emotional well-being. Solitary confinement, a punishment more mental than physical, indeed poses a dark reflection on the human capacity for causing suffering. Through time, mirroring the evolution of human perception of justice and retribution. We've seen the transformation of this concept from the Middle Ages to modern times, from the gruesome physical punishments epitomized by the scavenger's daughter to more psychological methods, such as solitary confinement. Through the ages, societies have grappled with the delicate balance between retribution, deterrence, and rehabilitation. In the process, the nature of punishment has evolved significantly. The shift from physical to psychological forms of punishment is a testament to this evolution. We've explored the scariest punishment, one that transcends the physical realm and ventures into the psychological, where the mind is the battleground, the fear, the isolation, the despair. These are the weapons of modern punishment. As we continue to grapple with the concept of punishment, remember, it's not just about retribution but also about rehabilitation.